Unlock your dream property with Meeks Realty Group, where Rich the Realtor makes real estate dreams a reality. Whether it's residential or commercial, we've got Charleston to Huntington covered. Your key to exceptional real estate experiences start here. Meeks Realty Group. Contact us at meeks.us.
The views and opinions expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of 580 WCHS, its employees, or WVRC Media. From the studios of WVRC Media, the country, the United States of America, the state, West Virginia, the city, Charleston. This is the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live. And your host.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
He's kind of a big deal.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Dave Allen.
Good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the show. The A-Train, Anthony Harbin, is our producer today. Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony Vitaylor, text 304-935-5008. Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you by Thornhill Auto Group, including Thornhill Ford Lincoln on the Thornhill Motor Mile US 119 in Chapmanville. Drive home today at a new 2024 Ford Escape. 2.9% APR for up to 72 months, plus a $1,000 trade assist rebate to qualified buyers. You must qualify through all offers through Ford Financial. See Thornhill for all details. Come to you from the Parmar Store studio. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. Phone calls to the show. A service of Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly on Spring Street. Texting services provided by West Virginia's finest men's store, Tony Vitaylor, Virginia Street in Charleston. Visit bestmastertaylor.com. Coming up a little bit later on in the show, State Democratic Party Chair and Delegate Mike Pushkin will be stopping by. Plus, Hurricane Mayor Scott Edwards is here. There's been a lot in the news about some proposed work in the Teays Valley area, specifically Hurricane, involving AEP. And not everyone, as I mentioned in the little preview I did this morning, not everyone is happy about it, particularly those who take advantage or at least see the recreational economic benefits of the Meeks Mountain Trail system. Hurricane Mayor Scott Edwards will be weighing in on that. There's actually two public meetings being held. One this afternoon. It starts at 4:30 at Valley Park. The other one is going to be tomorrow in Winfield, so the public can weigh in on that as well. The mayor is going to weigh in on that coming up a little bit later on. Plus, your calls and texts are always welcome. Again, Bigly, Piggly, Wiggly, hotline 304-345-5858. Tony Vitaylor, text 304-935-5008. Later this week, the South Charleston Summerfest gets underway. Sean Zunica is the marketing manager for the city of South Charleston. Joins us now. Sean, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me today.
Any idea how long Summerfest has been going on in Charleston? Because it seems like it's always been a thing.
Yeah, so I had to figure it out myself. So this is our 20th annual
20th annual. Yep. All right. It starts tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow.
And runs through Saturday. Let's just start from the top, go over some of the activities we have. Yeah, I know you got some new stuff this year, too.
Yes, we're very excited. This year's Summerfest is August 14th through the 17th.
Let me have you pull that microphone just a little bit closer to you there. There you go.
And we'll have live bands each day. Some notable bands on Wednesday, while Mother's Nature Band, followed by Josh Folmsby and the Crooked Roots. On Thursday, we'll have the Danley Band, followed by the Legacy Motown. On Friday, we'll have the Velvet Brothers, followed by Seven Bridges.
And that's the Eagles tribute, right?
Yes.
I've had opportunity to see them several times. They're very good.
Very popular.
Very good.
Then on Saturday, which is the last day, we'll have Non-Friction, followed by Rick K. Road Trip.
You got some heavy hitters there. I'm familiar with the Velvet Brothers. I have emceed a couple of shows involving Friction. Is that what?
Friction, yeah.
And Rick Kay, of course, for years, a legend in West Virginia music scene for a long time with Rick Kay and the All Nighters. This is kind of like just another version of that. I mean, he's awesome.
Yeah, very popular.
And the one thing I like about the way you guys do the music for the Summerfest is it's a little bit of everything. It's something pretty much that just about anybody of any age would like.
Yes, I think everybody loves it. And actually, so in between bands every day, there's a dance contest as well. We'll start out with the kids, then we'll bring the adults in.
Any chance we'll see Mayor Mullins out there in the dance contest?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
I'd pay to see that. And the weather looks great as well.
Looking good, yes.
Looks good. A little like slight chance of rain here and there, but that's pretty much all that there is. And talk about the other activities going on. I mean, about the music, because it's not just about music. You got food, you got car shows. Just to go over all those. We'll
have over 20 vendors there with food, and there'll be some sell item vendors as well. We'll have the City of South Charleston sponsored Kids Zone, which is inflatables, free snow cones, and face painting. Then we'll also have carnival rides there as well with the Ferris wheel.
And it all starts Wednesday and run through Saturday. What times does it start? Like in the weekdays?
6 p.m. each evening.
So it's 6 p.m. each evening. That's every day, right?
Yep.
That's it. And I was talking to you earlier about this drone show. This is something that's, I guess, kind of new.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Talk about this drone show and how that works.
Yeah. So we are very excited for this. We're excited for the public to come out and see it. It will be Friday at 10 p.m. and it will be a 15-minute show with music.
Okay, so what? It's going to be drones, but it's going to be synced with the music. Is that right?
Yes, it's going to be synced with the music. Yes.
So if people are downtown, they should be able to see what. So what exactly will they see?
So there'll be a bunch of drones in the air, and you'll just see lights, different characters, different.
It's basically like modern day fireworks.
Exactly.
It's like the next generation of fireworks.
Yes.
And because I know these things are very, very popular. They happen in other cities all across the state and all across the nation. And this is not that you're trying to phase out fireworks, but this is something most people would say a little easier to deal with, maybe a little safer as well.
Yeah, and I think we're just very excited to bring it to this area, because I think there's been very few in this area, maybe one or two. Mm-hmm. So we're excited for that, and we're still having our fireworks show as well on Saturday at 10 p.m.
So we got the drone show Friday night at 10, and then fireworks will be Saturday at 10. Again, we're talking with Sean Zuniga, who is the marketing director for the city of South Charleston, about Summerfest, which kicks off tomorrow. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Morgan & Morgan. If you're injured, hire Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. And there's so many activities that go on in the Kanawha Valley during the summer. Of course, Regatta is the big one, but every town seems to have something going on. But this is the one that kind of, and I don't want to put, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, but it's one that kind of brings summer to a close.
Yeah.
Because school starts in Kanawha County on Friday.
Yes.
So this is kind of the thing that says, okay, it's time to get ready for fall now.
Yes, I think it's one of those events. It's nice to kind of have it in the summertime, and it's a special event as well. I was actually going back and looking at past interviews that's been done, and what was special about this one interview, a little girl was interviewed, and she was asked what she liked most about the event, mm-hmm. and she had said the Ferris wheel. And they asked her why. She said, "Because I'm up so high, I can talk to the birds."
All right,
and that's what it is. That's what it's about for us. It's about quality of life, and I think that's what this event is about. And it's about it's what the city is about as well.
And South Charleston, and I talked to Mayor Mullins on the show a lot, and it's one of those special places that people really, really take pride in, and you're a South Charleston guy.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, you've lived here pretty much your whole life. So, it's a lot of people just take pride in their community in South Charleston.
Yeah, I mean, the people are great. City employees are great. I mean, it's definitely someplace special.
And how does the pricing work if people for the different things?
So entry, there is no entry fee or anything.
You're right on the street, so it'd be hard to do.
Yeah. So there's only fees for the food vendors, item vendors, and if you want to do the Ferris wheel and M&M Inflatables out of Ohio, they'll be there as well with their inflatables and various games. If you choose to do that,
you just kind of pay as you go on that sort of thing. But everything else, but people could come out and have a great time and listen to the concerts and enjoy the fireworks and the drone show and everything at no cost. At no cost. And as I said, the weather looks great, which it's been hotter than all summer, so it's going to be a little bit more moderate, I think, as far as the temperatures go. And again, this is kind of like one of those things that a lot of towns have, that it brings people together, and it's almost like a family reunion because people look forward to it. But it's big for South Charleston. But this event would not be as popular, Sean, as what it is if it weren't for the other areas. So you're going to see people from St. Albans and Nitro and Charleston and Taze Valley that come out and literally all over the state for this.
Yes, and we want them to come out. We want them to come out and see what South Charleston is about.
Yeah. All right. So where can people learn more about it?
They can go to our website, citysouthcharleston.com, or they can follow our Facebook page as well at City of South Charleston.
And you got a lot of good information. I was taking a look at it earlier this morning as far as you actually have a map of the layout of the different things and so on and so forth. Let's take it from the top again. Give us all the activities that are going on again.
Yeah, so this is our 20th annual Summerfest, August 14th through 17th. We'll have live bands each evening starting at 6 p.m. We'll have a City of South Charleston sponsored Kids Zone with free snow cones, face painting, and inflatables. There'll be a Ferris wheel if you choose to do that as well. And we'll have over 20 food vendors and item vendors as well.
All right. Looking forward to it. It'll be Wednesday through Saturday right there in the heart of South Charleston, man. You pretty much just take over the whole area there, don't you?
Yeah, and don't forget about the drone show, Friday, 10 p.m., fireworks, Saturday, 10 p.m.
And a lot of great music and a lot of great food.
Yes.
Music and food, you got me on those. Sean, I appreciate you being here, man. Thanks a lot. Ty Shunzin, again, is the marketing director for the City of South Charleston. Hang out with me 1 second here. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live is brought to you in part by Bridge Valley. If you're interested in improving your company's IT workforce, know that Bridge Valley offers custom-tailored IT training to bridge the skills gap. At Bridge Valley, train for little or no cost. 50-50 salary match is available. Bridge Valley can also supply skilled graduates and apprenticeships for your company. Visit bridgevalley.edu/apprenticeships today. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline 304-345-5858. Tony Taylor text 304-935-5008. Hurricane Mayor Scott Edwards coming up next. Back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses have been creating jobs in West Virginia since 1997.
Red, white, and vroom! Gear up for incredible savings at Thornhill Ford Lincoln on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Hey, it's Sydney, and right now at Thornhill, you can drive home a new 2024 Ford Escape with 2.9% APR for up to 72 months, plus a $1,000 trade assist rebate. Shop online anytime at thornhillford.net or visit us on US 119 in Chapmanville. Discover why Thornhill Ford Lincoln is your ultimate destination for unbeatable deals and exceptional service on the road to total savings. This qualifies for all offers through Ford Financial. See Thornhill for all details.
Welcome to Poca Valley, where we've been in business since 1908. Today, we serve Roane, Kanawha, Putnam, and surrounding counties. We believe you deserve banking that provides friendly customer service. For all of your financial needs, stop by one of our 8 convenient locations. Call us at 844-782-2651 or visit us online at PocaValleyBank.com. Poca Valley, where relationships matter.
Member FDIC.
August is the time to save on your Kanawha personal property taxes. Pay on or by September 3rd to receive your first half discount. You can pay by credit, debit card online at kanawhasheriff.us, pay by mail, and at the tax division lobby at the courthouse or one of our 5 detachment locations. Pay your motor vehicle taxes on time to receive the West Virginia Property Tax Adjustment Credit. Visit us online and click on Pay Taxes to learn more.
Dreaming of updating your home's interior? Let the expert design team at Nitro Carpet and Design Center bring your vision to life. Whether you're looking to revamp your kitchen or bathroom with new cabinets, countertops, and appliances, or you're interested in transforming your floors with updated carpet, tile, hardwood, or luxury vinyl tile, Nitro Carpet Outlet has everything you need. For sales and installation, visit Nitro Carpet today and see how they can help turn your home into a showstopper that'll impress your friends and family. Conveniently located just off the Cross Lanes exit.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's 9:20. The A-Train, Anthony Harmon, is our producer today. Welcome back to the show. Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline, 304-345-5858. Tony Taylor text 304-935-5008. Reminder that you can follow me on Facebook. It's Dave Allen Radio on Facebook, or at Dave A70 or the Dave Allen Show on X. Special Olympics embodies the true spirit of sportsmanship, not merely about winning medals. It's about being a part of a team, practicing and competing together. The joy and fulfillment that are derived from these experiences are immeasurable as athletes find their confidence and self-worth through the shared pursuit of victory. West Virginia Enriched, in collaboration with Huntington, invites you to witness the transformative power of Special Olympics. See a video highlighting the Special Olympics, Facebook.com/580 WCHS. Again, Biggly Piggly Wiggly hotline, 304-345-5858. Tony the Taylor text 304-935-5008. Now, you may have heard on the news about this. American Electric Power is planning, hopefully from their perspective, to do some upgrades around the area, including the Teays Valley area. Normally, this would be a good thing, one would think, but as best I understand it, their upgrades could possibly greatly interfere with several spots in the Hurricane area, including the extremely popular Meeks Mountain Trail system in Hurricane. Scott Edwards is the mayor of Hurricane, and he joins us now. Mayor, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning to you. How are you doing today?
Doing fine. So what exactly, Mayor, is the issue here? What are the plans? Let's just start from the very beginning about what they want to do and why is it an issue?
So AEP, they need, well, they really are going to be doing two things: putting in a new station, a new power station, booster station per se in Teays Valley, along Teays Valley Road. But the big impact are the 20 miles of transmission lines that they're going to be doing. And we all need electric, by the way. You know, Hurricane, Teays Valley, Scott Depot has grown tremendously over the last 15, 20, 30 years, as we all know, and it's going to continue to grow. So we need electric. But the big impact that we're seeing is they're going to go right across, right through Meeks Mountain Trails. And as you know, Meeks Mountain Trails is 500 or 600 acres that has a 32-mile trail system, hand-built, 40,000 volunteer hours built by about 500 volunteers. And it's become a big economic driver for our area. Meeks Mountain Trails, we attract people not just from Hurricane, Teays Valley, or even Putnam County. We get regular 300 to 400 users per day on this trail system from multiple counties. But we also have events that drive people from all over the country here. So it's a big economic driver. Meeks Mountain Trails is a huge community. This isn't just a Hurricane thing. This is a full community. And if the initially proposed lines, when I say traverse the trails, we're talking 100-foot right-of-way, bulldozers just devastatingly going across right through the middle of the trail system, and and then dump trucks and concrete trucks and cranes, and it's you end up having a permanent, like a slice across your face, I guess. You have this permanent road of devastation right through the middle of the trail system, and Dave, if you've seen the trail system and see how compact it is, any way that the lines would go across it, I think it's about 30 points of impact on the trail. So it wouldn't just be crossing one trail one time. There would be 25 or 30 points of impact. It would just be devastation to the to the system. And we're working with AEP. We hope that they're going to, and they've told us, hey, we'll work with you all. We'll look at some alternatives, but we need to make sure that they do. It's very important. I've received more phone calls, more texts, more Facebook messages than I have on anything else in my 17 years as mayor. There's been more people come out from the community begging, please don't let this happen.
And again, I think people need to understand the impact of this trail system. And I agree with you, Mayor. I don't think anybody's saying that we don't need some upgrades and some things going on like that in Teays Valley. It is an ever-growing area, has been for some time, and it's about to really grow even more. And maybe if I have time toward the end of the interview, you and I can talk about that a little bit. But when you talk about impacting this trail system, I mean, you're not only talking about possibly the environmental aspects of it, we're talking about the money aspects of it. And that's where you get my interest. When you start talking about the money that comes in for this thing, man. Talk about that.
Well, sure. Yeah, there's money that comes into our community, hotel, motel money, restaurant money, local shopping money. There's people coming in from all over the country, and even from other countries. They come here for our races. Every year we have a 100K race on the mountain. We have 5K, 10K, and for those that don't know, Meeks Mountain Trails, the land is owned by the Meeks family. The city leases the 600 acres of land, and we work side by side with the Meeks Mountain Trails Alliance, which is a nonprofit. So we have private, we have public, and a nonprofit all working together, and have created this massive community of I don't know how many thousands and thousands and thousands of people that are part of this community. These trails are not just dirt paths. If you just look at them, take a picture, and I send it to you, it looks like a dirt path, and it is. They're hand-built. I've helped build them. They're hand-built by over 500 volunteers, but it's not just the dirt path. It's the community that's been created. And I was on the trails the other night, and here came about 20 mountain bikers. They were from Huntington. They come and use the trails all the time. People from Charleston, Beckley, Parkersburg, Ashland. See a lot of Ashland people here on a regular basis. They'll come here all the time, and it's absolutely amazing knowing that at any given moment, any given day, there's 300 or 400 people use this trail system. It's unbelievable what this has created for Hurricane and Putnam County. I always say it's truly the gem of Putnam County. It's absolutely amazing.
And it's gotten, Mayor, a whole lot of national attention, as you said. I know there's been articles done about it. There's been news stories done about it, literally from across the nation.
Absolutely. A local gym, and my friend Matt Stevens owns a local gym, and just a little over a week ago, and this is a for-profit gym, he used Meeks Mountain Trails as part of a 3-day competition. He brought in people from all over the country. There were former NFL players. There were all these extreme athletes came in, and they used Meeks Mountain Trails as part of this huge nationwide competition. So we're starting to see things like that happen all the time. Not just the nonprofit 5K, 10K, half marathon, 100K, all that stuff. Yeah, I said 100K. That's insane, by the way.
Yes,
I go to that event and watch, but these guys and gals that run that are crazy. But,
I ain't driving 100K, Mayor.
Right, but it does. It brings in so much attention nationally, and there's podcasts, there's articles written nationally. Now, this isn't just local. Even at the county and state level, tourism. They know and participate. They know about Meeks Mountain Trails. From the state level. Nobody wants them to be touched. That nobody, again, this is not just Hurricane and Putnam County, state level. No one wants the trails to be touched because it truly is a gem of Putnam County in West Virginia. It's amazing what's been created here.
Had a text here at the show, Mayor, where somebody said several Eagle Scout projects, an Afghan war memorial, etc. That's just some of the things that's happened.
Yes, the War Memorial and Eagle Scout projects and just the War Memorial is absolutely amazing. I would urge everyone to go out and look at it, and it'll bring tears to your eyes when you see this huge memorial. It's amazing, and Eagle Scout projects just local have built different things on the trails. Have been part of the trail system. There's many local businesses. They didn't pay money. They volunteered. City National Bank. They were one of the first ones that their group volunteered to go out and work on the trail system. And many other businesses. Their team, the City of Hurricane, for 3 or 4 years during the build process, we took a day and folks from the city came and worked on the trail system. And that's what's made it huge. It's all volunteer hours.
So there's public meetings being planned. I know one of those is going to be this evening at 4:30 at Valley Park. There's another one tomorrow evening in Winfield. Talk about the importance of those public meetings and, Mayor, exactly what's going to go on at those.
So the public meetings today from 4:30 to 7:30 at the Valley Park Community Center. Tomorrow, 4:30 to 7:30 at the Winfield Community Center. What I put out is I urge every single person that has used the trails, if you're an enthusiast of the trails, if you've thought about using the trails, and if you've heard of the trails and know just how important they are, to come to this meeting. Please come to the meeting and show your support for our community. It doesn't just have to be the trail enthusiast. It doesn't have to just be the person that walks on them once a week. It can be everybody. We literally need everybody to show support, and it's just a show of support. The meetings are an open forum meeting, which means there's no one speaking at the meeting. There'll be different sections at the meeting. 4 or 5 different sections set up where you can go and speak to an AEP representative about. They'll have a line placement, where the lines are going section. They may have something else talking about where they're potentially going through a neighborhood. This section will talk about how they're potentially affecting Meeks Mountain Trail. So the biggest thing is to come and show support. fill out. AEP gives comment cards. They want people's comments. Even if you can stop in for 5 minutes, stop in, fill out the comment card, drop it off. We need that. And we need people today and tomorrow. Don't just come today to Valley Park. I need you there today. I need you to drive to Winfield tomorrow and show support. It's that important.
And again, you talked about your conversations with AEP, and they have said that they're willing, Mayor, to work with you and community leaders on this. So they're not totally, I mean, from what you're telling me, and if I'm wrong, you can correct me, I don't think that they're looking at you saying this is 100% a done deal. They're looking at you saying, well, let's see what the public has to say about this. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, they have their engineered plans. And they've told us they've been working on this about a year and a half. They have their engineered plans of what they know will work. So we have an uphill battle, but we want to work with them, and they want to work with us. So they do indeed. I spoke to some of their folks today. They are willing to work with us and look at some possible alternatives. And that's our hope and prayer right now. That's where we're at. We want them to work with us. We want them to be part of this whole system. They have a chance. AEP has a chance to show the nation, not just Hurricane and Putnam County. They can show the nation that they can come together and be part of this massive community, this massive Meeks Mountain Trails, and the community that has been created, and they can join in. They can be part of the whole movement. I mean, this is people's health. This is, people have gotten healthy on this mountain. There's a gentleman I know that's lost 200 pounds in the last year or two because of Meeks Mountain. People, emotions. I mean, people, I get all these phone calls from people I didn't realize until recently. I've known for years how important it is, but I've been overwhelmed with phone calls in the last 8 or 9 days. People will call and say, hey, you don't know me, but I go walk on the trails every day because I need to separate from work. I need to get away from computers and technology, and it's helped me mentally. There's been so many people that have fixed themselves mentally, because of the trail system. Now there's the enthusiasts. There's the folks that ride the mountain bikes. There's a gentleman, one of my good friends. He's probably down 80 or 100 pounds. He's turned into a mountain biker, extreme. Well, 2 years ago, he'd never been. It's probably been 20 years since he'd been on a bicycle. So those are just a couple little stories. There are hundreds or even thousands of these stories that I've heard over the years. Last 10 days, I've heard a lot.
I bet you have. And again, Mayor, there's been so much about this, just about everybody in Putnam County has, and in other areas too, have commented on this one way or the other. And you've got all these people of different backgrounds, from business people to the enthusiasts on the trail. They're all coming together and saying, just pump the brakes on this a minute. Let's see if we can get another plan. The meetings are, again, 4:30. They start at 4:30 at Valley Park this evening. Also, is it 4:30 tomorrow in Winfield too?
Yes, it is. 4:30 to 7:30, both tonight at the Valley Park Community Center, tomorrow night, Winfield Community Center. And I really urge everybody to come out. Every single person should come out. And
Mayor, we do want to kind of reiterate what you said there. Is don't think of it as spending an entire 3 hours there. I mean, you can come in, you can drop in, see what they're doing, talk to the officials, fill out the cards. If you can only stay 30 minutes, that's fine. If you can stay for the entire 3 hours, that's fine. And you do want people there both nights, tonight and also tomorrow at the Winfield Community Center. Before we let you go, I want to give you about a minute or so to talk about some of the growth going on in Putnam County right now with the new, they just had the ribbon cutting a month or so ago, the massive development that's going to be behind Wendy's there on Tays Valley Road. That's going to bring a lot of people in. Talk about some of the good things going on in Putnam County right now.
So, we do have a housing crisis, and that's because we have lots of good things going on in Putnam County, and other counties. We talk about Mason County, Nucor, and there's feeder companies that will be coming to support Nucor. And a lot of those Nucor folks, they're going to live right here between Hurricane and Scott Depot and in Putnam County. So there is a big housing crisis. And I have a lot of realtor friends of mine, and they all say the same thing, huge housing crisis. But with that development coming right behind Wendy's, those 304 units, that's going to help a lot. We'll still be in a housing crisis even after those are built. And I'm looking forward to those being built. With the new interchange in Culloden, that's happening. We're already starting to see some movement and some talk. There's lots of things I'd love to tell you right now, but Yes, you're trying hard, but there's lots and lots of movement right now. Some of the things that people have always wanted are when you talk about restaurants, I'm not getting into anything more than that, but there's lots of movement on that, lots of talk because of the way Taze Valley, Scott Depot, Hurricane, and now Culloden are growing and all coming together. This is you'll look in a few years, Culloden to Scott Depot, this one big area. We continue to add things, and there's so many things that are being added. Can't get into anything more than that right now today, but you can try to pry it out of me later.
All right. Mayor, I'll see you tonight and tomorrow night. I appreciate you being here, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Bye.
23 minutes away from 10, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you part by your hometown baseball team, the Charleston Dirty Birds. Birds kick off a 3-game series in Lexington tonight. Tickets, promotions, schedules, Dirty Birds gear, and more. Visit dirtybirdsbaseball.com. Text says the Meeks Mountain Trails have created new businesses, too. There's a popular bike shop and several restaurants all around the entrance to the area, to the park where the trails are located. It's a big job boost and a big boost to the tax base. Let me see here. Text says all 4 delegates in Putnam have penned a letter to AEP suggesting a different route. Text says, Dave, since the money is what matters to you, think about the money to be made with the new transmission lines. There's more opportunity in new transmission lines. Also think about the money the AEP shareholders will make from the new transmission lines. Eagle Scouts and war memorials and community health is not as important as money. I think there's a little tongue-in-cheek there. Look, nobody's saying that they don't want this thing. They're just saying they don't want it there. That's what they're saying. Resident says the texter of Hurricane will have to decide if they want reliable electric service or a place to ride a bike. Doesn't have to be either or. Text says, I'm for it as long as the alternative doesn't cost the ratepayers more money. We're going to take a break. Delegate Mike Pushkin coming up right after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Brought to you by the Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses. Eric J. Tarr Family Businesses are small businesses with big impact, including Generations Physical Therapy and Snap Fitness.
Red, white, and vroom! Gear up for incredible savings at Thornhill Ford Lincoln on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Hey, it's Sydney, and right now at Thornhill, you can drive home a new 2024 Ford Escape with 2.9% APR for up to 72 months. Plus a $1,000 trade assist rebate. Shop online anytime at thornhillford.net or visit us on US 119 in Chapmanville. Discover why Thornhill Ford Lincoln is your ultimate destination for unbeatable deals and exceptional service on the road to total savings. Must qualify for all offers through Ford Financial. See Thornhill for all details.
Are you changing jobs or gearing up for retirement? Don't navigate your financial journey alone. At 4th Avenue Financial, we specialize in guiding individuals through life's transitions. From optimizing your retirement savings to managing your investments, we're here to provide expert advice every step of the way. Schedule your free consultation with John Burdett and take control of your financial future today. 4thavenuefinancial.com.
Securities offered through Jenny B. Cole Financial Incorporated. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Jenny B. Cole Advisors Incorporated.
Hey, it's Dave Allen for Parmar Stores. Our lives are all hectic. That goes without saying. It also goes without saying we're always looking for ways to make our lives just a little bit easier. That's where your local Parmar store comes in. From gas to groceries and snacks to a quick soda or that morning cup of coffee you need to keep you going, Parmar's got it. Download the Parmar app and sign up for the Parmar Rewards Card. West Virginia, Ohio, Kentucky, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon.
Parents of high school juniors and seniors, the WIN Academy at Bridge Valley Community and Technical College offers an exceptional free program for students interested in nursing or advanced manufacturing. They can graduate high school with a head start on their college degree and career.
It's a great opportunity. I've always wanted to be in the medical field, and the WIN Academy made it possible.
Don't miss out. Save on college costs and prepare them for a high-paying career. Apply now at bridgevalley.edu/WIN Academy.
20 minutes away from 10, the Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you part by Pinnacle Consultants. Pinnacle offering a 4-phase assessment for your properties, inspection, sampling, and analysis, comprehensive reporting, and management planning. Visit pinnaclecorp.net because what you don't know can hurt you. We are a little over 24 hours or so away from the next 107.3 The Beat Backpack Attack, 17th annual event, sponsored by Salango Law. Lineup starts at 3 in front of our building here tomorrow, 1111 Virginia Street East in Charleston. We'll start the distribution at 4. Listen to me, parents, grandparents, you must have kids with you. Woody Wood's rules. None of this I got a kid at home stuff. No kid, no backpack. Them's Woody's rules. Again, lineup is at 3 tomorrow afternoon. We start giving them out about 4, and we'll wrap up about 6, brought to you by Salango Law in conjunction with a bunch of other great sponsors. I've got info posted about it on my social media pages. Text says, are we certain Nucor is a sure thing? An article in the Gazette made their situation look a little less than certain. Nucor is only about 10% complete, and the U.S. is getting flooded with less expensive foreign steel. Yeah, it's a thing. It's definitely. I'm living in Putnam County, I can tell you, and that's one county over. I can tell you it's a thing. Coming up, speaking of our backpack attack, Woody Woods from our sister station, The Beat, will be on the show tomorrow to talk about it. And also, Kanawha County Prosecutor Deb Resnick is going to be, she's got a press conference scheduled at 10 o'clock this morning, and she's going to join us tomorrow to talk about that press conference. Welcome to the show now, State Democratic Party Chair and House of Delegates member Mike Pushkin. Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? Good to see you.
Been doing anything fun lately before we get into the trenches here? Anything fun lately?
Absolutely not. I've been working very hard. I'll have time to have fun. I'm going to have fun in Chicago next week.
Well,
at the
I will tell you,
convention.
I was just seeing.
Like it's going to be a very fun time.
I was just seeing here on the TV here in the studio, and I'm not a Fox News guy, so this was not Fox News. They're expecting some protesters, and the Chicago police are gearing. There's going to be a lot of protesters in Chicago next week.
There's also going to be a lot of people there in support of the next president of the United States, Vice President Kamala Harris, and the next Vice President of the United States, Governor Tim Walz.
What do you think about the Walz
pick? There will
pick?
be more people there to do their job as the convention of the party to nominate.
What do you think about the Walz as a pick?
I was at a meeting in Minneapolis last summer for the Association of State Democratic Committees, and the governor was kind enough to join us there and speak. I was very impressed with him then. So I've known about him for quite some time. He's been a very successful governor since the legislature there has righted itself and became they have Democratic majorities in both their House and their Senate. They've passed some really great laws that are actually helping people, and he's been at the forefront of that. And I think he's very good at explaining policies that are promoted by the Democratic Party. They're actually, when they're put in place, actually work. Unlike this state, that is absolutely 50th in everything. I mean, remember when Governor Justice ran
second best state to retire? That just came out yesterday. We are the second best state in America to retire.
There's no future in a state that doesn't attract young people. And the very least we could do is address the child care crisis in this state if we want young people to move here. But we have a complete failure from the governor or the Republican legislature to do anything about that. We continue to be last in just about everything.
But we have been for some time.
People are voting with their feet. And we're one of two states that people are leaving. We are actually losing population, and that's since the Republicans have had control of this legislature.
But, Mike, we've been last in a lot of things for a lot of years. Now, let's don't put this all on the Republicans. West Virginia has been dead last in a lot of stuff for a long time.
It has gotten worse over the past,
right.
and the population decline is proof of that. People are voting with their feet.
All right. We'll get back to national politics a little later on.
The good news is that there's plenty of ways to address that.
Okay.
And hopefully we can write the course like Minnesota did, and write the course and start electing more Democrats to office who have better ideas of how to attract young people back to this state, make it a state people want to stay in and work in and raise a family in. There are a lot of good ideas on how to do that.
I'm going to
take longer than.
All right, let's get to the governor and the financial situation. The governor said, Mike, this is all politics, and people are just out to get him because of politics. State Democratic Party, of which you are the head, released a statement yesterday calling the governor's claims, quote, baseless. Baseless, Michael.
They are baseless. I'm sure I bet you agree with me on this. How could the
Hoppy
Democrats
did in his commentary this morning?
Well, because it's correct. I mean, it's just the truth, and I don't think anybody actually believes that this is somehow politically motivated. That somehow the Democrats have tricked the governor into defaulting on all his loans. That's how Jim Justice has always done business. It's like a shell game. And I wish the Democratic Party was that cunning and that powerful that we could somehow trick the governor into not paying his debts and not paying his taxes and having his hotel auctioned off. I wish we were that powerful. You know what? We'd have a heck of a lot more Democrats in office if we were. But that's it's not there's only one person to blame. for the governor's financial business failures, and that's Governor Jim Justice. It's how he does business. He doesn't pay his debts. He doesn't pay his taxes. He shifts money around like a shell game. And for him to say that he's being singled out because he's a candidate for the U.S. Senate, because he's a Republican governor, that's ridiculous. He's getting special treatment because of who he is. He's not getting singled out. I mean, he's not being singled out because he's getting special treatment because. And I think most of your listeners, or you and I, know if we ran our businesses and treated people the way that Jim Justice does, and bankrupt small companies, and not pay our debts, not pay our taxes, we'd be more likely to be candidates for prison than candidates for the United States Senate.
Mike, as part of his comments yesterday, the governor said J.P. Morgan Chase is targeting him. The head of J.P. Morgan Chase is Jamie Dimon, and many have said Jamie Dimon is one of the leading candidates to be Trump's Treasury Secretary if he's elected in November. Now, if that's true that Jamie Dimon is targeting him, that makes no sense. That makes no sense whatsoever.
For him to say that Jamie Dimon is some big liberal is just laughable. It is completely untrue. Jamie Dimon might be one of the few people who actually benefited from the Trump tax cuts. Jamie Dimon is a Republican. He gives money to Republicans. He is not in cahoots with the Harris campaign. Definitely not with the West Virginia Democratic Party. He has absolutely no reason to target Jim Justice except for one thing: Jim Justice doesn't pay his debts, and he is a bad investment. And he's a bad investment for West Virginia. He does not deserve your vote.
But
let me tell you one more thing: why why somebody who has that kind of debt shouldn't be in the U.S. Senate. They have to make very important decisions in the U.S. Senate. Some regarding foreign policy, a lot with domestic policy. And to be compromised by owing so many people money is just not a safe bet. There's a reason why you can't get even a federal job if you're in that kind of debt, because you're a compromised individual. The governor is a compromised individual. He has too much debt, too easily to be bought.
The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, presented in part by General Hardware of Winfield and Milton, General Lumber of Winfield. For all projects big and small, shop locally. Visit generalhardwarewv.com. Text says, Dave, tell Mike it's because of Democrats like you who ruined West Virginia for over 80 years is why so many have left. Stay out of Florida. We don't want your mental illness here. West Virginia has zoomed light years since Republicans took over. Hopefully they vote you out.
Mm-hmm. Well, that texter is from Florida, I take
it's a regular texter that texts in from Florida. Yeah,
we'd love to have you back in West Virginia. Come on back.
Text says West Virginia is the second best state to retire while having the worst health care system. Also, the least educated people in the country. So you're telling me that people will want to retire here to be in terrible health care while being surrounded by a home of the least educated people in the country. West Virginia marketers have the rosiest tinted glasses. Text says, remind Mike that the Dems ran West Virginia for 83 years. Going to take a lot to dig us out of the hole they put us in. Text says, would the chairman kindly cite the single greatest accomplishment of his party's nominee, VP Harris? What's one thing you would point to as her greatest achievement in office for 3.5 years? And it ain't the border, so take it from there.
Well, she is she was one of the most effective United States senators when she was there. But if you watch her questioning of some of the criminals that worked in the Trump administration, she was the best at it. Now, she was a senator for a short period of time. Before that, she was the attorney general for the state of California, which is the state of California is bigger than a lot of countries. She won, that election, was elected to that position, and she did a great job at that job. So good that the people of California elected her to the United States Senate.
But as vice president, and granted, and I would agree with what J.D. Vance said over the weekend. If 99% of the people don't vote for the vice president, they vote for the president.
You brought up Nucor earlier, right? Saying it's a real thing. Why is that, Dave? It's because of the policies that were enacted through legislation by the Biden and Harris administration, and both of them being former senators. They did a lot of work with Senate and with Congress to get that legislation across the finish line that has greatly benefited West Virginia, whether it's the infrastructure bill that President Trump and Vice President Pence, who he almost got killed, by the way, couldn't get done. They only talked about an infrastructure bill. That infrastructure bill is what led to laying the groundwork to attract a business like Nucor to Mason County.
But it had been in the works, Mike, for a long time.
It didn't get done, and you know it.
It had been in the works for a long time.
It would not be here without the
I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah, I'm trying to. But you're not doing a very good job.
I'm not.
That would not be here had it not been for the passage of the infrastructure bill. And a company like Nucor is growing because of the incentives put in place by the Inflation Reduction Act. Vice President Harris was at the forefront of all these negotiations with Congress to get these things done. She has actually gotten things done. Now, tell me, what were the accomplishments of the Trump administration?
Well, you're talking to
a tax cut for Jamie Dimon,
who, by the way, is working against Jim Justice, according to Jim Justice. Yeah. The Dave Allen Show is brought to you by Hudson's Pizza. This month, it's your favorite Hudson's. Get a large 18-inch pepperoni pizza and an 8-inch chocolate chip cookie, only $23.99. Back after this on the Voice of Charleston, WCHS.
Are you a physical therapy assistant and looking for an opportunity in orthopedics, wellness, and athletic care? If so, Generations Physical Therapy is offering flexible work hours and an upbeat atmosphere. With 7 convenient locations, Generations may have a job designed for you. Visit generationspt.com.
Red, white, and vroom! Gear up for incredible savings at Thornhill Ford Lincoln on the Thornhill Motor Mile. Hey, it's Sydney, and right now at Thornhill, you can drive home a new 2024 Ford Escape with 2.9% APR for up to 72 months, plus $1,000 trade assist rebate. Shop online anytime at thornhillford.net or visit us on US 119 in Chapmanville. Discover why Thornhill Ford Lincoln is your ultimate destination for unbeatable deals and exceptional service on the road to total savings. This qualifies for all offers through Ford Financial. See Thornhill for all details.
Jarrett Construction is celebrating its 25th year in business, proudly serving the West Virginia community. They extend heartfelt thanks to their clients for their trust and support over the years. From schools and hospitals to car dealerships and apartments, Jarrett Construction has been dedicated to building quality projects that make a difference. Their commitment to excellence in the community remains unwavering. For all your construction needs, choose Jarrett Construction, where your vision becomes their mission. Visit jarrett-construction.com. Thank you for making their 25 years successful and impactful.
Are missing teeth affecting your confidence and quality of life? Dental implants may be the right option for you. Let Garib Dental Group, with their skilled team of doctors at 6 locations, be your trusted source for dental implants. With dental implants from Garib Dental Group, you can eat, speak, and laugh with confidence. Dental implants can change someone's life for the better. Visit GaribDentalGroup.com to find out more and take the first steps towards a healthier, happier smile. And at Garib Dental Group, like always, we love to see your smile.
I'm Rocky Moselle with StarRegistry.com. Since we were children, we've been told to reach for the stars. It was great advice. Now it's a great gift. Name a star after someone. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com, we will name a star after someone very special to you and send an incredible personalized gift. The new star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com for the hottest gift.
Get your favorite Metro News shows and live events on your smart television or streaming device now by downloading the Metro News television app for free. Watch Talkline with Hoppy Kercheval, Sportsline with Tony Caridi, Three Guys Before the Game, and lots of original content with more being added weekly. Get the Metro News television app from the Apple App Store or Google Marketplace. Metro News Television is powered by WVU Medicine, the West Virginia Department of Tourism, and Dan Cabot Toyota.
The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you by Live Healthy, West Virginia, presented by WVU Medicine. Text says a question, Dave. You made fun of Biden's age-related issues a lot. It was deserved, I guess, as much as anyone deserves age-related quipping. So can we talk about Trump now, says a texter? Not the raging insanity that makes up MAGA policy. That hasn't changed. But the aging and feeble elderly man. Was that slurring and sweating old man hacking at softballs last night mentally competent enough to lead America? Zero chance. Not only a lunatic, but a diminished lunatic. MAGA are such feckless goons. They'd be lapping Dems if they would have ran any marginally normal person as a candidate. They're all weirdos. Text says the way the U.S. corporate media transformed Kamala Harris from a national embarrassment to its transformative pioneer overnight without even pretending to care about anything she thinks or believes is a powerful testament to how potent the science of propaganda is.
What, you want me to comment on that?
No.
She had the vast support from, state chairs across the country, from the vast majority, almost all of the delegates who are elected to go to the convention, and that's how we nominate our nominee. Is at the convention, and she earned that support because we know what kind of leader she is.
Text says, who he almost got killed? Trump was shot because of incendiary, hate-filled rhetoric spewed by lefties like you, Cackles, Bumbles, Mad Maxine, The Coven on The View, Joy Reid, and Vodka Polygrip Pelosi. Mm-hmm. You are truly a despicable human being.
Well, I mean, we all watched it on TV on January 6th. We all watched what happened with people who were overzealously supporting President Trump and his attempt to stop the peaceful transfer of power and stop the certification of a free and fair election. And they built gallows in front of the Capitol, and they were going after Mike Pence. Mike Pence's life was in danger.
The chance
yes,
to hang
he
Mike
endangered
Pence.
The life of his own vice president, and we saw it on TV.
And didn't call it off, which he could have done at any time.
So I don't think that's hyperbole, and at least that's what happened. We saw it.
I saw it. Texas Kamala Harris, effective senator. Kamala Harris has done something as VP besides being underburdened by what has been. When and where is Mike performing his latest complete stand-up routine? I'd love to catch the show.
Oh, thanks. Maybe Dave. Maybe we should do you do stand up. I've attempted a little bit in the past. We should do that.
Text says, stop asking Jim Justice about whatever silly lie he wants you to believe about his scandalous financial dealings. Ask him for evidence that he's not involved in any business that doesn't personally benefit from his position as governor, and that he's not a security risk because of his extensive debt. Where are his tax returns, blind trust, and separation of business and government?
I couldn't say it better myself, and that's why he is a liability. And he is a compromised person, and he should not be representing West Virginia in the United States Senate. And does anyone really think he's going to show up? He said last week, he said there's not a fiber in me that wants to go to Washington, D.C. Well, yeah, I agree. He shouldn't go to Washington, D.C. He doesn't come to Charleston during the session as governor, so you can't phone in the job of a United States senator. And West Virginia deserves a senator who's going to show up. And Glenn Elliott is an excellent choice for Senate. He was an intern when he was fresh out of law school. I believe he was an intern for Senator Byrd. He knows how the Senate works. He knows where it is, and he actually plans on showing up and doing the job. So that's where we should cast our vote.
The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you part by Jute. For the best in security systems for both your home or business, talk to Jute of Taze Valley. Visit protectedbyjute.com. All right, so Governor Justice is, I know you're behind your guy, Glenn Elliott, and I like Glenn. He's been on the show before, but the polls have shown Governor Justice continues to go up in polls. He's still one of the most popular governors in America. It's an uphill climb, Mike, that people simply do not care about his financial dealings.
Well, we're all very proud of the Greenbrier. I mean, that's part of West Virginia history.
And
it's going to be a shame to see it auctioned off on the courthouse steps because this guy, because of the way this guy treats business partners, because he refuses to pay debts. And for him to make the insinuation that somehow he's being singled out and getting treated this way because he's the governor, of course, I think most people realize he's getting special treatment because he's who he is. You or I could not get away with not even a tenth of what Jim Justice has gotten away with in life.
You want to buy the Greenbrier? Maybe you and I could buy it.
Oh, okay.
All right. We got to go. Mike, thanks for being here. The Dave Allen Show on 580 Live, brought to you part by Bright.